Working on the Jeep today, 81 CJ7. Not an exciting video, but I thought I would do it anyway, just in case you're interested. These are the seat brackets for the driver's side. I have pulled them out. I went ahead and sandblasted and powder coated them. But I just wanted to show, again, in case anybody's interested, they're missing one or whatever, the orientation and the shape and how they're positioned inside the Jeep. You can kind of see they're a little different. This bump right here raises that side there, and this one's flat. These are the original bolts, pretty sure. I went ahead and cleaned those off. They are 3/8/16, and they're about 1.25 inches, somewhere close to that. It's about 1 inch to the thread, then another quarter with big heavy-duty washer. Again, those go right in there. I recommend if you're taking the seats out, take these bolts out first, and then detach these from the seat itself. It's a little bit of a pain to try to reach underneath the seat and get these bolts out. I have best top seats. That's what the previous owner had put in, so I don't have the original seats. So the bolts I think are different, but these holes are about the same size. So I would imagine that what's going up into the original seat area is the 3/8/16 as well. Not sure how long they are, probably a little bit shorter given what they're doing, but maybe not. Then also I believe the seat belt comes down, and then the way I had it is it's looped around that bolt. All right, a little glare there. There we go. It's I loop it down there and hold that down there for the seat belt area. Anyways, just quickly, and then I guess while I'm at it, going to go around to the passenger side. I have not a slider, but this seat goes up and back so somebody can get in the back seat. Again, same type of deal. I got the seat belt connected back there. Those are same bolts, 3/8/16, and you see there's also a bump there coming up, but it's pretty straightforward. This just goes back, locks in there with the mechanism. I'm pretty sure this is the original. I went ahead and cleaned that up and kind of rattle canned it a little bit just to get some of the rust off. Anyway, again, just in case you're interested, hopefully this gives a good perspective on what those brackets look like underneath the seat. Somebody had asked about the hole spacing for the driver's seat mounts. I guess they said they have a fiberglass tub, and none of the holes are drilled out for it, which makes sense. I've seen that, a fair amount listed by people saying they have a fiberglass tub and they're having to kind of re-drill all the holes. So anyway, so I just thought I would just do a quick review of where the holes are. I placed the brackets here just for reference. So those come off there. And it's funny, after I look at it, it looks like there's a little bit of an offset. I don't know what reference to use best, but if you're talking about the inner wall here, this hole to center is 7 1/8. The center of the hole is 7 1/8 from here. This one here is only 6 7/8. So there's a little bit of an offset. I'm not quite sure why that is. The bracket itself has a left and right play to it back here, so I'm guessing it, yeah, I mean, I could almost see the nut rest space to make up for that. I'm not quite sure why it's offset like that. Maybe they just eyeballed it or something when they put the holes in. And again, these right here, this is, I'm going to call that 8 1/4. So it's about 8 1/4 between center of hole, center of hole. But again, this hole is just slightly closer at 6 7/8 to this inner wall here. These right here are a little harder to measure. Between them, it's exactly 1 foot. Right there. We have this incline here, so it's a little rough. And then the distance between them, let me see if I can get a good measure on this. And you kind of see the reference. I don't know what ridges you have here on the seat belt there or this. I mean, from the hump there, that's only about an inch there. And the distance between these two, again, I don't know how exact you have to be, and it's like 14 and a half. And then here, again, you can kind of see this hole is back of this one. It's hard to tell by how much, but you can kind of get a sense. This one's about 14 and a half, I guess, which makes sense because this hole is a little bit shy of that one. That's 14 and a half, something like that. So in terms of how far forward this is, again, it's hard to tell. We'll get the ridge here. That's about the only thing. You know, it's about 2 1/4 from that ridge. So where that comes right over there, that's 2 1/4. So that's about all I can measure with any kind of reference point. I mean, I suppose this back wall here, I don't think you can see it in the video, but the back wall for the back deck, that's exactly 14 3/4 from that back wall. Anyway, I guess that's about as much as I can provide. And maybe this one here from the bracket, because the bracket's going to add the bracket that holds in the back roll cage. That's 15 3/4. This hole is 15 3/4 to center from that bracket, 15 3/4. Hopefully that helps. It's hard to get a little reference point. I should probably do something for the passenger side, but I may do that another point.